for dreadlock meaning. Oh, taco stars. Oh, taco stars. Oh, taco.
Born August 25, 1958, in Kingston, Jamaica, in a crowded field, Junior Delgado stands out amongst Jamaica's consummate roots performers, one who's distinctively expressive and slightly husky. Vocals have seen his popularity remain undiminished even after styles changed and his original forte was pushed away by dancehall. Born August 25, 1958, in Kingston, Jamaica, Delgado began singing in his teens as Junior Hibbert with the vocal group Time Unlimited. In 1973, the quartet came under the wing of the seminal producer Lee Perry, who both groomed the group and recorded them. Unfortunately, little of this material was released, but eventually Time Unlimited did score a hit with Reaction. A higher profile brought more opportunities, and the group recorded singles for producers Rupie and Tommy Cowan. Although none of these enjoyed the success of Reaction, the group moved on to work with Bunny Lee, but these sessions went nowhere. And in frustration, Hibbert quit the quartet in 1975 to pursue a solo career, changing his moniker to Junior Delgado at the same time. Delgado was his longtime nickname, taken from the Spanish word for skinny. Initially, Delgado remained in the shadows. Sessions with producer Nini Holness proved equally futile, as did a momentary name change to Dukes. Success only came after the singer moved to Dennis Brown's dub label and set to work with producer Earl Chinner Smith. Their first collaboration, Titian, bore fruit and set the stage for a string of further hits, including Famine and Devil's Throne, which culminated in Delgado's 1978 debut album, Taste of the Young Heart. The following year, the singer started his own label, Incredible Jux, on which he released his follow-up full-length, Effort. At the same time, Delgado continued recording singles with other noted producers, including Prince Jammy and Joe Gibbs, and with Augustus Pablo, for whom he cut the crucial Black Man's Heart Cries Out and Away With You Fussing and Fighting singles. The artist spent the early 80s splitting his time between recording and touring Britain, where he proved as popular as in Jamaica. The More She Love It and disco-style showcase albums both appeared in 1981 and found the singer experimenting with the new dancehall style. However, Delgado had not entirely deserted his roots stylings. Reuniting with Perry, Delgado recorded the magnificent Sons of Slaves single. Sly and Robbie oversaw the production and laid down the rhythms for the classic For to Augustus, while the singer self-produced the equally seminal Rich Man Poor Man. The latter track was a highlight, alongside Bushmaster M16, of 1982's Bushmaster Revolution album. After a forced hiatus, during which time Delgado spent 18 months in prison, in 1985 he recorded Broadwater Farm in London, a fiery single inspired by the crime-ridden and poverty-stricken North London housing estate of the same name. Coincidentally enough, soon after the record's release, the estate itself made national headlines, upon suffering the most violent and vicious rioting England had ever experienced in then recent times. Sisters and Brothers was released later that year. More singles quickly followed, most notably Ragamuffin Year, which reunited Delgado and Augustus Pablo for a celebration of the new ragamuffin style which had emerged from the digital revolution. The song would also title the singer's next album, which was released in 1986. Fearless Delgado and Pablo continued recording together throughout the rest of the 80s, across a string of hit singles and the One More Step album. Delgado self-produced his next full-length, It Takes Two to Tango, as well as several more chart-stomping singles, including Bust I Skull and We're Blood. During this period, the singer also played mentor to White Mice and Yami Bolo, co-producing hits by both artists alongside Pablo. As a new decade dawned, Delgado finally slowed down, releasing only 2 albums during the 90s. An excellent dub-companion to Ragamuffin Year done in collaboration with Pablo appeared early in the decade, while 1998's Fearless proved the singer was precisely that, featuring a diverse clutch of guest stars, running the musical gamut from the Specials' Jerry Dammers to faithless rapper Maxi Jazz, trip-hop practitioners Smith and Mighty to top-notch remixes the Jungle Brothers. It was apparent that Delgado's interest in new sounds had not flagged over the years. 1999 brought Reasons, recorded in London under the aegis of seminal on new producer Adrian Sherwood. Following the death of longtime friend Dennis Brown, Delgado recorded his own personal tribute to this great singer, simply titled Junior Delgado Sings Dennis Brown. During this time, the singer continued performing live to appreciative crowds on both sides of the Atlantic. Delgado has spent over 25 years in the business, yet his music still resonates with today's youth. In 1999 he appeared at the Glastonbury and Roskilde festivals to widespread adulation. Junior Delgado passed away on April 11, 2005.